Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Kurniawan Sanjiwani. Di sini saya ingin mempresentasikan bab 2 mata kuliah Bahasa Inggris Six Sentence Patterns, Kinds of Sentence. Snapshot. Setelah Anda memahami bermacam-macam bentuk kalimat antara lain simple, compound, kompleks, dan compound kompleks sentence, berikut akan kita bahas lebih lanjut kalimat dalam penggunaannya sebagai sarana komunikasi sehari-hari sebagaimana telah dijelaskan secara praktis pada clue 1. Apa yang telah dicontohkan pada clue 1 adalah kalimat dalam bentuk declarative sentence, yang merupakan bentuk kalimat dengan fungsi utama menyampaikan pesan atau informasi berupa cerita atau berita. Kita masih memiliki beberapa jenis kalimat lain dengan fungsi yang berbeda. Tentunya, untuk lebih jelasnya, berikut pembahasannya secara praktis. In detailed pattern. Poin A, declarative sentence. Declarative sentence adalah kalimat berita atau kalimat pernyataan yang berisi suatu pernyataan, pesan, informasi, atau cerita semata-mata. Kalimat tersebut dapat berbentuk kalimat positif atau kalimat negatif, kalimat aktif, kalimat pasif. Kalimat juga dapat berbentuk simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, atau compound complex sentence. Semua contoh kalimat dalam bermacam-macam bentuk kalimat tersebut termasuk declarative sentence. Pada contoh teks berikut digunakan bentuk declarative sentence positif, negatif, aktif, and passive, simple, compound, and complex. One thing that I don't like very much is noise. This is one of the reasons why I choose to live in the country, and I prefer to live in a village which is far away from the central city. Country is always quiet, but a city is always noisy. This is because of the vehicles that always rush around. Vehicles are made for people to rush around easily. City also becomes a central business. This makes the city becomes crowded all the time. Crowds always produce noise, and this makes the place noisy. I cannot stand for a noisy place as I cannot sleep well at night. Lihatlah analisa berikut ini. Bagian anak kalimat yang berada di dalam kotak adalah adjective clause dan adverbal clause, sedangkan predikat dicetak tebal, kata kerja pasif dicetak tebal dan di garis bawah, sedangkan conjunction dicetak miring dan garis bawah. One thing that I don't like very much is noise. Di sini dicetak tebal, dicetak di dalam kotak yang merupakan adjective clause dan adverbal clause. Noise di sini dicetak tebal dan karena merupakan predikat. Kemudian and di sini, this is one of the reason why I choose to live in the country and I prefer to live a village which is far away from the central city. And di sini dicetak dengan garis bawah karena merupakan kata kerja pasif. Kemudian juga dicetak miring karena merupakan conjunction. Berikut contoh teks lain yang menggunakan bentuk declarative sentence. Teks berikut berisi informasi tentang lokasi the main post office. Jika dilihat dari segi genre, teks berikut termasuk description. Teks ini dibuat oleh seseorang yang dipastikan sudah mengenal lokasi kantor pos dengan baik dan diperuntukkan kepada siapa yang ingin menggunakan jasa layanan kantor pos. It is very easy to get to the main post office where people can mail letters. Bus number 25 will take anyone who needs the postal service with only 2,000 rupiah. If people take the bus, they usually get off just in front of the Castle Hotel. It is one of the best hotels in town. There is one big intersection with a wonderful fountain in the middle just after the hotel. It is called Castle Intersection, which is very popular all over the city parts. The main post office, which is three-story building, is just about 200 meters from the intersection to the left. Although you have never been there, I bet that you can find it easily. Perhatikan analisa berikut. Bagian anak kalimat yang berada di dalam kotak adalah adjective clause, noun clause, atau adverbal clause. Sedangkan bagian predikat dicetak tebal, kalimat pasif dicetak tebal garis bawah, conjunction dicetak miring dan garis bawah. Pada kalimat it is very easy to get the main post office where people can mail letters. It is very easy. Di sini dicetak tebal karena merupakan bagian predikat. Kemudian where people can mail letters di sini dicetak di dalam kotak karena adjective clause, noun clause atau adverbal clause. Kemudian di sini pada kalimat they usually get off, pada usually get off di sini dicetak tebal karena merupakan predikat. Untuk selanjutnya, kesimpulan makna atau pesan yang terkandung di dalam declarative sentence adalah sekedar menyampaikan informasi atau pengetahuan umum. Penggunaan tenses yang tepat sangat berpengaruh terhadap makna pesan yang disampaikan. Setiap kalimat selalu diawali dengan huruf kapital dan diakhiri dengan tanda titik. Question sentence. Question sentence adalah kalimat tanya atau kalimat yang berisi suatu pertanyaan. Kita akan menggunakan kalimat jenis ini jika kita ingin menanyakan atau meminta suatu informasi atau hal-hal penting lainnya sesuai dengan penggunaan kata tanya, question word, dan penggunaan tenses yang tepat. Question sentence dibedakan menjadi dua. Pertama, yes or no questions. Jenis kalimat tanya ini dimaksudkan untuk bertanya dalam hal ini kita sebagai pihak yang bertanya sengaja hanya menghendaki jawaban yes atau no. Ciri jenis kalimat tanya ini adalah penggunaan kata bantu auxiliary pada awal kalimat. Kita perhatikan beberapa contoh kalimat berikut. Is it very easy to get the main post office where people can mail letters? Berikut beberapa contoh kalimat tanya dibuat oleh seseorang yang masih relatif baru di suatu kota. Excuse me, sir. I just moved in. My name is Fidun Zaujian. Is there a shopping center not far from here? And is there drugstore around here? Is there a pay phone for around here? I need to call a friend. I like a great place to eat. Are there any good restaurant on this street? Do you think bus number 25 can take me to the main post office? Can you tell me the best way to get to Stella Maris Hotel? Kesimpulan, penggunaan auxiliary harus tepat sesuai dengan bentuk subjek kalimat dan bentuk kata kerja yang digunakan sebagai predikat. Setiap kalimat tanya selalu diakhiri dengan tanda tanya. Why question? Jenis kalimat tanya ini digunakan bila kita hendak meminta suatu hal, jasa, informasi, atau keterangan tertentu. Oleh karena itu, kita sering menyebutnya sebagai question for information. Ciri kalimat tanya jenis ini adalah digunakannya kata tanya what, when, where, why, who, how. Pada awal kalimat, what digunakan jika kita ingin menyampaikan suatu hal atau suatu benda atau objek, baik konkret ataupun abstrak. Berikut teks yang berisi pertanyaan dari seorang tetangga yang baru pindah. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm new here. What can I do here for the weekend? What should I do? Be safe at night. What can I get in the new grocery store? What should I say if I meet someone new moving into my apartment? This city looks beautiful. What has the city government done to make everything well arranged? What has the government done to quarantine people to feel secure? What does the government plan to secure this country? What do the high school graduates usually do after graduation? When digunakan bila kita ingin menanyakan informasi tentang waktu atau saat terjadi suatu hal atau dilakukannya suatu aktivitas tertentu. When were you born? When did you graduate from elementary school? When did you learn English for the first time? When did you meet your English teacher first time? When did you begin to fall in love for the first time? When did you call for a help to friend? When did the last time you apologized to a close friend? When did you go to the beach? Where digunakan bila kita ingin menanyakan informasi tentang suatu lokasi atau tempat. Where did you grow up? Where did you go to junior high school? Where did you have graduation celebration? Where did you meet your very best friend for the first time? Where did you say I love you to someone for the first time? Where did you have dinner with someone special last month? Where did you think the right place for the first special dinner with someone new? Why digunakan bila kita ingin menanyakan suatu informasi tentang alasan atau sebab terjadinya suatu hal atau dilakukannya suatu aktivitas. Berikut pertanyaan umum tentang tetangga baru kita dan beberapa pertanyaan khusus untuk Anda. Why do people like to go to grocery store downtown? Why do people like to stay in cheap hotels? Why do you like to live in this apartment? Why did the local government sweep the pedicabs away from the city? Why did many people choose to abstain in the general election last year? Why does the local government allow the landlords to get the lands from the farmers with cheap prices? Why do you choose to study here? Why do you think English is difficult? Who digunakan Bila kita ingin menanyakan subjek kalimat atau pelaku suatu aktivitas, jawablah pertanyaan berikut. Who is the headmaster of your school? Who the teacher? Who teach you English? Who comes late every Monday? Who gives you money for the school fee? Who has taken care of you so far? Who has made you sad these 2 last weeks? Who do you think is the best president for the next general election? Who is your favorite actor and actress? Who has written the book you are reading now? How digunakan jika kita ingin menanyakan cara suatu aktivitas dilakukan. Berikut beberapa pertanyaan yang harus Anda jawab. How do you come to school every day? How do you finish your homework? How does your English teacher teach you? How does a friend next to you come to school every day? How does the government increase the national income? How do you think I should call you? How could the young singer become very famous all over the world? How will you do the exam successfully if you don't know each of the questions? How can you guarantee your life prosperous if you never try to do the best? Variasi kalimat tanya dengan kata tanya what. Kita dapat mengombinasi kata tanya tersebut dengan beberapa hal atau kata berikut ini. Time, like plus noun. What time untuk meminta informasi keterangan waktu. What time do you usually get up? What time do you usually leave the house? What time do you go to bed every day? What time is the show? What time did the president announce the decree? What is like digunakan untuk menanyakan kondisi, keadaan, atau kualitas suatu objek. What is your school like? Is it comfortable? What is your English teacher like? Is he horrible? Is he terrible? What is your hometown like? Is it clean? What is the new shopping center like? Is it really great? What is the weather like in Tokyo? What is the political movement like? What is the digunakan untuk menanyakan jumlah, besaran, atau kuantitas suatu objek. What is the price of the latest model of Honda? What is the price of your good book? What is the population of this country nowadays? What is your address? Menanyakan alamat, bukan jumlah. Variasi kalimat tanya dengan kata tanya how, kita bisa mengombinasikan dengan beberapa jenis kata berikut untuk menanyakan beberapa hal berbeda. How many plus countable noun. Untuk menanyakan jumlah atau quantity. How many students are there in your class? How many teachers are there in your school? How many students are absent today? How many girls are wearing short skirts in your classroom today? How many books do you read a week? How many phone calls have you made today? How many members of the parliament agreed with the president? How many kinds of birds are included as wild animals and protected by the law? How much untuk menanyakan besaran atau jumlah benda dengan kategori uncountable. Jawablah pertanyaan berikut. How much money do you have now? How much time do you need to go school? How much sugar do you need for your tea? How much is your school fee per semester? How much meat did the cook need for the marinate sirloin steak? How much baking soda is needed to make a birthday cake? How old, how far, how long, how big digunakan untuk menanyakan karakter suatu benda sesuai dengan kata yang melekat pada how itu sendiri. How old are you now? How old do you think is your teacher now? How old is the famous singer? How far is your house from your school? How long does it usually take you to get to school? Is the new apartment very big? How big is it? How big is your house? C. Imperative sentence. Imperative sentence adalah kalimat berisi suatu ekspresi perintah biasa yang mengandung permintaan terhadap seseorang untuk melakukan atau tidak melakukan suatu hal. Oleh karena itu, jika Anda ingin menyampaikan pesan berupa perintah atau permintaan kepada seseorang agar melakukan suatu hal, pergunakanlah imperative sentence. Imperative sentence dapat dikelompokkan menjadi 3: command, kalimat perintah; request, kalimat permohonan; dan prohibition, kalimat larangan. Command merupakan bentuk kalimat yang berisi perintah kepada seseorang untuk melakukan sesuatu sesuai dengan pesan yang tertuang pada kata kerjanya. Command berupa kata kerja. Jika perintah berupa kata kerja, maka kata tersebut diletakkan pada awal kalimat. Tambahkan please agar makna perintah kedengaran lebih sopan. Di dalam bahasa Indonesia, kata kerja tersebut diterjemahkan lah. Come to my house, datanglah. Come before 8 p.m. please. The meeting is 8 p.m. Give the message to Miss Stella and tell her that I'll come to pick her up to go out on Saturday night at 7. Please remember that June the 1st is my birthday. Berikut teks yang berisi suatu perintah untuk atau petunjuk pada seseorang yang ingin mencari suatu lokasi. Kata kerja yang merupakan predikat diletakkan pada awal kalimat dan dicetak tebal. It is very easy to go to Castile Bank. Take the bus number 25. Get off just in front of the main post office on Castile Street. There is an intersection just after the post office. Go to the intersection, then cross the intersection, walk down for about 100 meters. The bank is on the left, don't miss it. Berikut teks yang berisi petunjuk bagaimana Anda bisa membuat beef satay. This is the way how to make beef satay. Cut up the meat into small pieces. Put the meat in a bowl with some sauce and seasoning. Take the meat out after 20 minutes. Put the meat on the skewers and then put the meat on the barbecue. Turn over the meat after 5 minutes and cook it for 5 minutes more. Take the kebabs off the barbecue. Put them on plate that enjoy it. Komen berupa kata sifat atau kata benda. Jika perintah berupa kata sifat atau kata benda, letakkan be pada awal kalimat. Dapat juga ditambahkan please agar makna perintah kedengaran lebih sopan. Careful in driving. The traffic is very busy this morning. Be patient, Stella Maris. Life is so wonderful if you can realize. Be a faithful woman, Marisa. I'm proud of you. Be imaginative and optimistic. I know that you can do it well. Be hardworking and easygoing. Be religious. It is very important in this life. Be aware of what you have done so far. Berikut teks yang berisi suatu nasihat kepada Anda jika ingin menjadi sosok idaman. If you want to be successful in the future life and to be the idol for everyone, stick to the following suggestion. Be romantic, Be energetic, be optimistic, be independent, be easygoing, be generous, be patient, be thoughtful, be humorous, be creative, be imaginative, be confident, be diligent, be reliable, be sociable, be friendly, be serious, be polite. Request atau permohonan atau permintaan. Request ada kalimat yang berisi suatu pesan permohonan kepada seseorang untuk melakukan suatu hal atau aktivitas. Request berbentuk kalimat tanya dengan menggunakan modal yang sangat umum seperti could you, will you, would you like to, would you mind. Teks berikut berisi beberapa permintaan dari saya untuk diri Anda, para pembaca buku ini. Will you be a little quieter? I'm trying to concentrate on the lesson. Could you pick me up at 14 this afternoon? Could you get a taxi? I have an important date with someone. Could you make come? Could you come? Could you come to attend the meeting? It's very urgent. Will you get me some medicine from the drugstore? Would you like to send me your Jupiter Stella? Mine is dropped. Mine is broken. Would you mind coming to my house on Saturday night? I'll have some friends over for dinner. Would you mind giving the message to Castella Empera? I miss her very much. Prohibition atau larangan. Prohibition adalah kalimat yang berisi pesan suatu larangan, yaitu perintah agar seseorang tidak melakukan suatu hal atau aktivitas. Apapun bentuk larangan itu, baik larangan berbentuk kata kerja, kata sifat, maupun kata benda. Anda cukup meletakkan don't pada awal kalimat. Berikut teks yang berisi pesan untuk Anda. If one day you want to be a great person, don't come to class late too often. Don't go out at night. Don't go to any nightclubs. Don't drink liquor. Don't smoke. Don't be too careful. Don't be angry too easy. Don't be sad. Life is too short to mourn. Don't be a foolish lady, Stella. I can understand you. Don't hope to kick the ball if you are only supporter or spectator. A supporter will never be winner. Exclamatory sentence, kalimat pujian, kekaguman. Exclamatory sentence adalah bentuk kalimat pujian, sanjungan, atau ungkapan kekaguman atas suatu hal. Kalimat didahului dengan penggunaan what, alangkah, atau betapa, atau how, alangkah, betapa. Perhatikan beredanya dalam beberapa contoh kalimat berikut. Did you know my English teacher? How handsome and generous he is. He is also smart and very creative. Did you know a girl named Stella? How smart she is. What a fantastic car it is. I think I had like to buy it. How fantastic the car is. I think I had like to buy it. Do you know Castella? How very nice she is. I like her very much. Did you know that young man's wife? What a faithful woman she is. Dengan memahami bermacam-macam kalimat sebagaimana telah dijelaskan di atas, Anda dipastikan tidak akan mendapati kesulitan lagi dalam menentukan pilihan kalimat yang tepat untuk digunakan sesuai dengan macam pesan yang ingin Anda sampaikan. Pesan bisa berupa informasi atau berita, perintah, pertanyaan, larangan, permohonan atas suatu hal untuk dilakukan, atau suatu pesan pujian atau kekaguman. Good luck, always do the best, and love sincerely. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sekian dari saya.